Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? Won't be a second, let's just log into the world. And yep, let's stop that because we don't need that. Add in extra load. Let's get through the night. Hi Lex, how's it going today? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so today we're working on a witch hut. Yesterday we worked on the spider farm, and it was being problematic because of the annoying spider jockeys. So after stream finished, literally 5 minutes, I figured maybe if I put a magma block underneath it, it would stop them and it would kill them. It did kill them. But then I had spiders climbing up the side. So I now have a 1.5 block gap underneath the spider spawner, which stops the spiders from climbing up the side. The drops are going back into the centre, and I just tend to end up with the odd one of the spider jockeys underneath it, which I figure is a good compromise. And I'm doing well. Been a busy day. With moving at the end of the month, I've had a lot to do. Thank you for the subscription for the 2 months resub PFC. So yeah, it's been a busy, annoying day in some ways. I have an upright punch bag that I use for practicing the kickboxing. Unfortunately, the base of it is weighed down by wet sand, because that's a good thing for the weight of it. Unfortunately, it took me 4 hours to get the wet sand out of the base. What can you say? Stuff that you have to do for a move. But yeah, just lighting up a little bit, finishing lighting this area before we go over to the witch huts and start on that. Hi Ek. So yeah, it's been a busy day, packing things, organising things, but it's getting there. Yeah, that's true. Pendle Hills Witch Farm. It is very appropriate. For those who don't know, Pendle Hill had witch trials. Pendle Hill is a real place in Lancashire, not far from where I grew up. So building a witch farm on a Pendle Hill world. So yeah. And it's October, so Halloween month too. Which brings me to my second thing. My plan is, because it is Halloween at the end of the month, is to kind of stop working for a little bit on the Tudor area and start working out here in the swamp. That's true. He wasn't far from where you grew up to, PAFC. And I'm actually moving back to the area at the end of the month, PAFC. So I will be seeing Pendle Hill again very soon. Yep. So, like I say, I'm moving on the 26th back to the area, which is why it's kind of hectic at the moment with packing and all the other stuff that comes along with moving. Right, so there are 2 witch huts. I've deforested the area. And when I was flying over, because the plan is to do the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo out here. I don't know when the housewarming is, heck. So I plan to do a swampy, creepy kind of town-ish out here this month, and seeing as it's October, Halloween month, I figure it's a good time to do it. So this is the witch hut we're going to use today. I may end up doing the other witch hut, which is over there in the distance as well. It all depends. We'll see how time goes. That's true, because I've lived down here for over a decade and it's not home. With the move, I'm going home. I know they say you can never go home, but the area still feels home. Right, so I need some blocks and I forgot to bring some blocks. I need some building blocks. I have some wood over here. We'll use that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. It's been a stressful few months with having to find somewhere to move and it being too expensive down here to find somewhere to move to. Because unfortunately, everywhere I look down here, they want almost double what I'm currently paying, unless I go out into the middle of the sticks. And if I go out into the middle of the sticks, then I don't have public transport to get to work. So worker have been nice enough to say I can work from home because of the job I do. Yep, and I'm going back to the northwest, which is an awesome place. Right, so let's get started on this. And yes, I'm going to be using oak. See? Oops. Keep doing that. Putting blocks where I don't mean to. But that's enough about me. How are you guys doing? Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that correct? Which way? 9. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can hear the little kitty cat in the witch hut. And then I just need to choose a side, which I will choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Now, it's only going to be a basic hut witch farm from what I understand. But that's fine as far as I'm concerned. I just need some redstone and some gunpowder, etc. Right, so 1, 2, so the next one should be about here. And it's getting dark again. Did I leave a bed over here or did I move it? I didn't bring a bed over here. Let's grab it from over there so I don't have far to go each time it gets dark. But hopefully you guys are having a great weekend, and those of you who have a long weekend, hopefully you're doing something fun. Oh, well, I already had a bed in my inventory. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, the Lake District, etc. is in the northwest, so... and the moors. Right, so I want to do that first. Right, so that will give me that, and I need this one to be here. Is my understanding. I've never built a witch farm, but I watched a tutorial. Excuse, oh, sorry if you heard the car horn. Hopefully you didn't, but yeah. Guess somebody got a new toy. Hello, kitty kits. Poor kitty cat. Gonna have to swim for it. Go on. Go swim for the shore. I don't want the kitty cat to have an accident, so... we will see if it can make it to shore. Hopefully it can. Thank you for the hydrate, Pseudo. Right. Pick this lot up. Go on. Right. Okay, let's get the platforms in, and then we'll start with the rest of the farm. I'm hoping I've got enough redstone for this first one anyway. And then, with luck, this, as long as it works, will give me enough redstone to do the second one over there. Right. Yes, I know, kitty cat. it's wet and you don't like the water. No, it's not exactly redstone, it's more like trying to figure out farms at the moment, because I am not, as you well know, Ek, I am not a farm builder. So it is very much a learning experience. And the guys in the chat have been fantastic and have helped me with redstone and farm suggestions. You guys are amazing. You really are. It's one more. Oops, that's too far. And my redstone's very basic. So basic, Polax and Pseudo, etc. were trying to and Doobie were trying to talk me through how to make clocks and all sorts of other fun little bits and bobs. Poor guys, pulling their hair out. Right, so which is the longest side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 8 by 8. I thought it was supposed to be 9. I guess 8 by 8 should be okay, I hope. And it was this side that I added the extra block to. Let's just put something there for a second, so I remember which side it is. Right, so I want some trapdoors. I think I'm going to need a few more than that. Okay. And I need to sort out blocks around the edge. First things first, I need to pillar up. I can't do that without blocks. Oops. Not where it meant to be. And that's not the right direction either. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, water there, so that would make it 8, which would flush the witches off this side. What I really want to do in a second is pop over. I found a geode in a ravine over there. And I'm hoping there's enough shards in it to allow me to make some more tinted glass. So we can put it on top of the witch farm and round the sides, but I don't think it's going to have progressed far enough, but I do need to go check it to see if it has. So there's a portal. There's a ravine. So obviously it's 4 shards per tinted glass. Okay. You're the fortune pick, you're the fortune pick. You're not fully grown. Right. Let's see. I also found a zombie spawner down here. I was lighting up some of the area to try and help with mobs, etc. And came across a zombie spawner. Not that I need a zombie spawner, because I don't really have much use for it. Okay, can I have those crystals? I think I got them. I should have kept some blocks on me. I'm going to need to pillar up there. Never mind, we'll just grab some. It's a game of blocks, so plenty of them around. Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing. That's cool. See what other ones I can reach while I'm up here. There's one over there, but I think I'm going to have to pillar down and get it. And yes, I said pillar down. Nope, that's true. It comes out in a lot of phrases that people use. Their areas anyway. So there's a couple there. It's the same for, I think, for everybody. If you're from whatever region of the world, there are phrases and sayings and just general, not sure what you'd call them. Just ways of speaking that are very regional. And even when you move out of an area, they still crop up. It can be a long, long time later. Right, so any more for any more? Okay, I think that's it for the moment. Hopefully these will finish developing while we continue with the redstone-y bit. We have a couple of stacks, so that'll give me a few bits of tinted. Won't give us a lot, but it'll give us a bit. Oh, well, yeah, don't need an egg. Bye-bye. Don't just leave your eggs lying around. You should take care of them. Right, glass. Glass. think it's still over there, isn't it? Let's see how much of it we can make. I may have to just put normal glass in for now and replace with tinted as I can, because we've got a stack of 15. Yeah. And not much of that. So oops, well, that's not good. That's the wrong way. Come on. And I really should go sleep. That way it gets, you guys can see a bit better. We'll take the red bed this time. Maybe we'll use the blue one next, or the cyan one next time. Right, so yeah, really didn't place these too well, did I? Yes. Come back. Yeah, so let's try and think how so would redstone there trigger these? Do I maybe? I guess we'll find out. If not, well, welcome to the redesign world of Pendle. You there for a second? Lock holder. Oh, we can put a block there. Do the same on this. I didn't do too bad on that row. Okay. Right. We have to figure out a clock and right. View. Right. And so 1, 2, so the tinted glass should be next to that one. I know a lot of farms have a massive roof on them, and I don't really want a massive roof on it. So we will see how it works with tinted glass. It may not be very efficient, but we'll give it a try. Right, so that does that level. Need to put water in there. Let's just pull her down again. I'm gonna need, oops, switch to the silk touch. I don't have much glass at the moment. I don't have much glass because I don't have much coal. Gonna have to drain that bit out. I guess I forgot to put them on this side. So what's going to be on the outside of this is the theme for the area obviously is good. I say obviously is going to be a Scooby-Doo kind of theme, because obviously what we're putting Shaggy and Scooby-Dooby-Doo out here that Doobie claimed the mob name generator for. So I figure the build is going to be a Halloween-y, swampy build with Scooby-Doo stuff in it. Do I have any more glass? Don't have any more glass. I think I left some cooking at spawn. A little bit anyway. Let's go see if I can grab that. So if you guys have suggestions and of something that's Scooby-Doo kind of related that would fit the area, just let me know and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, what I will be doing is, because it's I would like it done before Halloween, and also with moving the week of the 25th, I may not have many streams I can do that week. It all depends how quickly I get internet access up and running at the new place. If I get it up and run quickly, then hopefully the only stream I would miss is the one on the 25th. And so I may end up working on the build off stream as well. I know the plan for this world was to do just the grindy stuff off stream, but I would like to get that bit finished. Let's see what we've got. And I think if I need to bring anything else back with me, maybe some quartz. Do I have any quartz is the question. Yes, I do. So I'll take that with us. And I came back for glass, and glass. Have a little bit there. Let's head up to the furnaces And I won't insult you all by calling it an array because it isn't. It's just literally 6 furnaces. And I need to get back to doing some detailing on this coastline. Oh, and I also made a boo-boo with the iron farm. I put in some extra chests, thinking that would help things. I should have put the sorter system in first, because it got backfilled with poppies and the iron was just rotting. Silly Pendle. I need to come up with a tunnel design too. That way I can travel around safely. Yeah, it is what it is. Hydrate. Oh, yep. Time again. Just gonna grab a drink while I remember. Right, let's see how this goes. Not seeing anything spawning. Wondering if I've done... Maybe it's because it's not dark enough. This one should be out further. Hang on. They're a different level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't put the extra block here, I put the extra block here. This should be one. Let's break that and try again. It may end up that the farm is a little smaller than I thought it was going to be. Let's grab some blocks. Just making a little staircase up temporarily. And we'll see how it goes. Right, sleep. Make it light again. So yeah, building farms isn't my thing usually. I usually enjoy the building buildings. Oh, there's a witch. Okay, so I need to just pop you there a second. Probably because there's plenty of other mobs in the area at the moment. Gonna have to do some serious lighting up, I think. Right, do I have 7 more of those? So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm just going to go check to see if any of the other crystals have grown, because I really would like that all to be tinted if possible. I know where I made the mistake. I thought I did the extra block that way. I didn't. I did it the extra block this way. So what I did was add the extra block on this side instead of adding the extra block on that side. So I'm one spawning space less, because the water's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I need to do is check the water flow and correct it now before I go any further if needed. Because I have a feeling I'm going to have to fix it. It just goes to the edge, so it should do. Well, I guess you drowned. And I'm going to have to light up the area a bit better so that zombies aren't spawning and walking towards. But that can be done off stream too. It doesn't have to be done on stream. There's a whole big chunk of land here, I think, that I need to light up. But I was going this way. And down there. And I better eat before I get yelled at. Here we go. Any of you ready? Yeah. Thought I'd got rid of all of these. Guess I missed some. That way it opens up all 4 sides on them. Get a better spawn rate. Right, so where are you? I saw a crystal somewhere. All the dripstone. You're not one of them. Nope, I don't want Silk Touch, I want Fortune. Four shards, that's not a lot. 20. Sorry guys, bit boring. Let's see if we can get to that one as well. Another one over here. Did I pick them all up? I think there's some floating on one of these blocks. Ah, yeah, let's we go. Ta-da. Well, that gives us a few more. Not many, but a few. Let's finish putting this tinted roof on and start on the redstoney bit. What I might do is take that glass out for the moment. I know I've only just put it in and put in wood planks and put glass on the top of it. What am I doing? I was looking for tinted. You can go away. Let's grab you. You. I think we'll do that. That way it'll at least be dark in there. Oops. That was a fortune pick, not the silk pick. Am I still on the fortune pick? Trust me to make the mistake. I thought I'd switched it. I didn't. Never mind. Not the end of the world. A little bit annoying because I don't have a lot of glass at the moment. But we'll get there. And the farm won't be pretty for the moment. Eventually it'll look nicer because I plan to put a build around the outside of it. Yeah, well, and plus I have a desert resource world, so there's plenty of sand. I just don't have the coal at the moment to smelt it. That's the bigger problem. Oh, I forgot to bring the sponges up with me when I went back to spawn. Oh. I will have to grab them afterwards because I'm going to need to drain some of that underneath the witch hut. I'm just digging the minimum I need to dig for the time being. After 2 seasons of 5 million blocks plus dug, it's time for a little bit of a break on big digs. Right, so I have 48 and this is 8 long, 8 to 8, so 48, so no they're not, 6 8s are 48, ignore me. I can't mathematics today. There we go. Ah, this one doesn't need to be this. Pinch this back and put that down there. For the minute. That'll hopefully make things a little darker in there. Yeah, you put it on a full break at the moment. Yeah, I can understand that. I only got one, didn't I? I should have got more than one. Should have got at least 2. Let's climb up again. And fill this in here with water. So what games are you currently playing, Ek? Stardew? Right, so do that. How much have I got? I've only got one of those, that's fine. Your glass, your woods. Let's take you out. Oops. Get out here. Thank you for the glass. And let's see if we can figure out which bit to do next. Come back. I'm wondering if it matters if... Oh yeah, it has to be dark for... If it's very dark, is our other stuff going to spawn in there? Or do witch huts just only allow... spawns for Far Cry 4, maybe 5. Oh, that's cool. So raft and some management games. Yep, well, you may as well dust them off. And have some fun with them. I know I streamed a little bit of Empyrean on Wednesday. I may end up having one day a week where I stream something else. If I feel like it, but it's not going to be a guaranteed stream thing. Just something I may do every once in a while kind of thing. Right, so let's see about this bit here. Problem with Empyrean is I end up rage quitting. So I'm just sticking to the storylines at the moment, and after that then I will leave it at that. Because some of the ships that are in the game, yeah. I end up dead very quickly. Oops. I guess I missed you. Come back. Well, I'm thinking maybe Portal at some point. Or a bunch of other games. I just gotta find what's in the library. Portal's fun. Yeah, it is a fun game. I love the puzzles with it, etc. And the humour. The humour is really fun. And I enjoyed Portal 2. It would be a cool thing to have, yes, Ek. Right. So I will let you know, because that might be a fun thing to do. Because I've never played the co-op version of it. I've only ever done the single player version. So it could definitely be a fun thing to do. Let's grab some more water. Oh good, like I say, I've never done the co-op, I've only done the single player. Right, let's get the second one. There's so many fun games. I also enjoy the Valheim and... Okay. Grab these two. Yeah, some of the puzzles, the first it's a case of, yeah, they can take a while to figure out. Okay. Just marking this off because I'm going to have to come back through with a sponge shortly and dry this bit out and light it up. And yes, I will prettify it later because that's what I like to do. Let's grab some air before I drown. I also have to do the drop chute for them to fall. Like I say, I've only done the single player version of it, not the co-op version, so yeah, I can't say I know. So I want to go up here and I want to put redstone dust on all of those. Let's go grab the sponges and dry it out underneath there because I want to put the redstone underneath the build. If I possibly can. And once I've got more tinted glass, I'm going to replace that with tinted glass. Let's see, I've got redstone. Do I have any observers? Don't think I have any observers, but I do. What happened to, oh, that's a quartz. Sponges. Getting distracted. Sponges, need sponges. Let's go grab them. We have about 40 odd of them, so. Sorry, it won't be a second. We will go see what we can do with them. Dry it out underneath and then figure out redstone because that's going to be the fun bit. Because I've got to make a clock. That's going to trigger that, which is going to trigger that. At least it's not droppers this time. Or dispensers. Or using the wrong ones of them. Let's check here to see if I left any observers around here. And I haven't checked the bee farm lately. Not seeing as many bees. I'm wondering if my bees are disappearing. Ah, it's not too bad. That's cool. And at least I'll get a bunch of glass bottles with the witch farm too, or I should. Which means I can stop using what little glass I have for those. Right, so torches may come in handy. Anything else in there? Anything else in there? Emeralds, bricks. No red stony stuff. Yes, I have chest monsters everywhere. Oh, I have some more glass. That's cool. It's not tinted glass, but at least it's glass. Okay, let's check here. I have some, oops. Some torches, I'm going to pinch those. Let's check on the slime farm. I haven't checked that this week. Which may not be a good thing. It may be backing up. I call it a slime farm, but it's only half a slime chunk. Yep, Pendle's to-do list is very big, because all the farms... No, we're not too bad. It's not full. But yeah, the slime chunk is half on the mushroom biome and half in the ocean. So it's only 7 blocks wide of it is actually producing slime. Let's just stick those in there for now. That's not too bad. The beacon's still down here. I'll have to remember to grab that at some point. But yeah, it's getting there. We now have a spider farm. We have a skelly farm. We have a moss farm. We have a slime farm. We have a honey farm. Not saying any of them are the best in the or the most efficient or etc. But it's beginning to give me some resources and beginning to get some little buildings into. There's not a lot. Right, that's iron. Don't need the iron at the moment. I think I have a bunch of stuff in the bottom here where I asked Rocket's permission for me to be able to use his moss farm design. So, and the moss farm's doing pretty well. There's the bone blocks. Honey, slime, pistons, sticky pistons. I'm going to need those. I will need the sticky pistons for the clock. Oh, also, that's where my obsidian was. I wondered where it was earlier. That's a dispenser. That's not, I don't need that. Whole bunch of blocks. But no additional redstone. Oh well. I was hoping for a few observers. Oh yeah, and we cleared the ocean monument. I haven't made a farm out of it yet though. Don't think there's any in here. Yes, I have chest monsters all over the place. I will need to organise them and sort them out. Sea lanterns. More sea lanterns. And here's the sponges. Okay, just double check the redstone box, but I'm pretty positive I don't have any, because we already looked. Probably. Hello, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Okay. Nah. Grab that, but I definitely don't have any. That's a shame. No, I cannot. I could never let Anita on this world. She would be busy playing with the flap doors, trap doors, even flap doors. She'd be flappity flapping all day long. There would never be any sorting. There would just be flapping. Yep. Anita's awesome. We love Anita. But yeah, I could never let her in my builds. There's just too many trapdoors. Okay, so we're going to have to make some I guess I could make... Yeah, you can do that. I could do it with torches and redstone, I guess. Oops. So I don't have much cobble here, do I? Okay. Sponges first. Let's deal with clearing the water under there and lighting up under there. And then I'm seriously going to have to sort out mob spawning. There we go. The miracle of sponges. Now, trying to... I won't say remember, because I never knew how far witches have to drop to die. I'm assuming it's going to be 20 to 30 blocks. I think I have some chests, or if I don't have chests, I will make chests. There we go. Because, yes, we're having another chest monster egg. Sorry. Right. I want those. I want some hoppers. I want some redstone. Repeaters, torches, comparators. Trying to think if there's anything else I need. Oh, glass blocks. That way nothing else spawns except what I want to spawn. 24 minimum, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. But thing's gonna be getting the signal up here without it being wet through. Which is why I wanted observers, because observers aren't going to care whether there's water there or not. Yep. What's the recipe for observers? Cobble, dust, quartz. Well, I remembered about the quartz being part of it. We have a bit of cobble. Which picks? Redstone, observers. Gonna be the annoying thing because you're named, aren't you? That you couldn't see it. Okay, that will do. Well, that will have to do. For the moment. Right, so. Okay, so you look that way. Just remembering which way they point. You can go there. You can go there. You can go there. You can look down there. You can look down there. And you can go there. From there. Could use a few more of them, I think. Oops. Come on. Fine, we'll use glass. Because this is the extent of my redstone dust. And if we have another observer watching you, and another one watching you. Now I'm only hoping this works. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't, but yeah, I'm very limited knowledge on redstone. So I need 2 more observers. Let's go see if we can make 2 more observers. I may have to go dig a little bit of cobble to get there. Yep, I'm going to have to dig a little bit of cobble. But that's fine. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to take up a little bit more just in case, because knowing the way things work, I will be 1 short. Because that's how it works. Doesn't matter how many you craft, You're always going to be one short. Right, so redstone observers. No, not buttons. That gives me 2. Okay, that gives me the 3. Let's grab another one of those and we'll see if we can... Nope. Switch picks. You want the silk pick when you're breaking glass. Right, so if you're watching you, and come up here. Then theoretically, as long as I understand how things work, which isn't guaranteed. Right, I want the axe back, thank you. Let's pop you there. Yeah. Yep. That'll do. That should dry you off. Right, so a clock. Got some dirt. One. 2. Sticky pistons. Let's grab the cobble too. I'm trying to do this from memory, so I could easily be getting this wrong. So that needs to compare off the... Oh, good, I've got a shovel. I can just grab a few more blocks. That's cool. Flatten this and level this out a little bit at the same time. And then I should have one here. Here. I think. Comparators, because I take a reading off you and off you. Go into a block. And I think it goes into a dust. And do I have anything? I have some glass. But I may need to move that over there, I think. Right, so that's how I make the clock. Then, so how is it I take the reading off that? I remember there was a clock involved and there was a signal thingy-majig that should send it to this. So, yep, let's move this over here. I think it's in the wrong place. That's okay. At least I remembered how to build a clock. And I'm sure it's very painful for all you redstoners. Right, so you. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put you there. Just built tube. So that goes there. Means a piston goes against that. Means a piston goes against that. Because that needs to be there. The block goes there. Arrow to there. Arrow to there. Block. Block. Dust. Dust. Stack of items. Right, so now let's see if I can figure this bit out too. Is that going to send a signal to that? Wait for it to switch back to see if it does or not. Because I need to send, yes it does. Okay. I didn't bring the blocks, did I? So that. The question is, did you work? I don't see any water. But I do see water there. Yeah, no, you're not firing it. Okay. Yep, because I'm not hearing the trapdoors go. Let's try a block. Repeat that. Any water there? Don't see any water. So I'm assuming these should be further up. So I need, yeah, it's not firing this. Right. This is where the fun and games come in. First of all, let's test. Wouldn't matter if it was firing, it's not going to do the trapdoors, so I need to figure out a way to sort that problem out first. Silk touch, yep. Oops, that's not good. Do I have any buckets on me? I don't, but that's fine. Have some dirt. Right. So if trapdoors were here, oops, would help if I could place blocks correctly. And let's just get in there to get the stuff that I misplaced. Okay, time to get the buckets again. And let's give it another try. Well, we can at least test that one row. 8 buckets. Let's get some sleep, because I have villagers out in the open at the spawn area and I'd rather they didn't get hit by lightning. Yep, cyan bed this time. I'm just not sure on this because of the length of water, the way the water works. It's going to be one short. That was my concern. I need the oh, it's going to be a very inefficient farm. Hang on, that's not right. Let's just grab the water back. Okay. Keep doing that. Let's take you out, because you're not right. Now, it did cause that to flash when it read it. For some reason, it's not reading the observers right, so we will figure that out in a second. Right, so okay, let's go down and in a second. So that is looking, that is looking, that is looking, and that's looking. So it should see something. Won't see anything at the moment because there's nothing there to see. So why aren't you observing the change? I'm not hearing any of the trapdoors flip. That's not working either. powering it, but it's not powering the trapdoors. Okay, let's try a block instead. Okay, thank you for the hydrate, Pseudo. Okay, and you sleep well, or have a good day at work. Take care, Ek, and thank you for stopping by. It is much appreciated. So yeah, let's go grab some more blocks, and we will try a solid block on top of it. Rather than a glass block. First of all, let's try you. That sounded right. I heard something go flippity flap. Oops. So it needs to be a solid block. The glass block isn't going to do. I'm going to have to move these things out one. And this isn't smart, because that's just washed all my redstone away. Let's just grab a couple of buckets of water from this thing. Or does? How about... But I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 8s are 24. I would have enough. Let's try something slightly different. That way I'm not losing additional spaces. Oops. Come on. And you would be, yeah. I'm just going to switch them around and see if repeaters into the back of a block will work. Cost me more repeaters, but right, so the dirt needs to go down to clear out that water. There we go. Looking for my shovel and couldn't see it for looking at it. Typical. Let's you back here. Right. And put a solid block here. Once I've put the water in, remember the water, Pendle. The water is important. Let's grab a couple of buckets of water for the next layer. Oops. Oh, that shouldn't have been there. Probably overcomplicating things again. Which was what I did with the spider farm. Okay, and from there I want to look at that. I heard trappy doors. Okay. Dust. Another set of trappy doors. Come on. Right, let's get the wood in here. And a little bit more dust. Yes. That works to that extent anyway. We're still not getting any spawns, but it may be a case of there's so many mobs in the area. Or I'm hoping that's the case. And that when I light up, etc., it fixes it. Let's grab these things back because you don't need to be there. Right. Let's get inside. Patch you up for a second. Then the witches should theoretically fall down here. Put plenty of light in. And yes, it's very dark, so let's get a little bit more light for the subject at the moment. Right, so where are you? I want the shovel. Right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. That's 30. A lot more than we probably need. But I'd sooner it went down far enough than my having to dig everything out again afterwards. I'm going to have a lot of lighting up to do in the area. Cave exploring, all the fun stuff. But don't worry, I won't bore you guys with that. Guess I've got to fill inventory. Oops. Is that supposed to be there? I guess so. I'll find out in a minute. Oh yeah. Guess I just dug a little bit weirdly. Right, so we need a room. How many hoppers have I got on me? None. Do I have any chests? No, but I have wood and I have iron. I can make hoppers. That's fine. Oh no, I can't. I only have a few pieces of wood. Let's go make some hoppers. Okay. You don't need to be there, you can go away for the second. So I need 8 or 9 hoppers. Change that. And let's free up a little bit of room in the inventory too. I want you. Make some chests. Make some hoppers. It's fine. Make a few more chests. That way they can go into their own chest for the moment until I sort out putting in a sorting system. Let's grab those just in case, get rid of those. Get rid of those. And that, and that. So I don't need any of those at the moment. But no, it's okay, I can just use stone for the second. Let's do some diggy dig. I'm just leaving the water there to help me get back up easier. Hi Eliza, how are you doing? I'm trying to make a witch farm. Hi Doobie. So far it's not going, don't seem to be any spawns, but I'm not sure if that's just because there's mobs in the area. So fingers crossed. Oh, you started a new mod pack. Which one have you started? Apologies for it being dark. Let's just put some light down. Sky Factory 3. That's cool. You having fun? Come on, I want you to go against there. Ignore the water because the water's just going to be my way out in a minute. Right, let's put those. Come on. I can never get into swim mode. You'd think I'd be able to, but nope. Let's just put a little bit more light down there. So they're going to die when they drop. Is a plan anyway. If things would spawn. Ah, that's not right. That's keeping them open. Something's not right. then that's not surprising because it's... Yep. They're flippity flapping too fast. Think I might need a delay of some kind on it. See if that makes a difference. Get back to the top and see if I can check. Come on. Not hearing any trapdoors flapping anymore. That's not good. Come on, clock. Yep. That's on. And the water's on. Something's not right. Were you on even when you were off? You're off. Redstone, what can you say? Okay. You're going twice. See, it's watching it on and off. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. Torches. We'll give torches a try. Not sure it's going to work, but we'll give it a try. Right. Um. Right. Let's put you back in. So you should be off. So I shouldn't see any drips except this end, which I don't. But now I don't see drips at all. Because it's not turning it on and off. Redstone, what can I say? Oh, there. So you flashed on and off. So I need to keep you on. How am I going to do that then? Hi TP, thank you for this creeper scare. And yes, I'm trying to figure out redstone and it's not going very well. I've got a signal coming up, but it's not staying in the state I want it to. You come on, you go off, you see it. I think it's the issue with these things, they're flashing on and off very quickly. Whereas what I need it to do is torch. Right, so that keeps it down, but that's the opposite of what I want. I need it to be on. So I need a constant signal. Okay, well, I give up on the redstone for today. Because it's not working. I can get it to flap on and off. So it's taking both signals. I just need one. So I need it to go into a block. If it powers a block, then just going to try one more thing. Hi Rogue, how are you doing? Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Comparator maybe? If it's on, send a signal kind of thing. I'm just trying to figure out redstone and I don't do redstone, so yeah. Nope. And put a delay on it. I'll get it. We'll see. What? Are you going to flap? No, you're flapping twice. Oops. Let's try you. No. That's holding it up so it's in the off position, or it should be. Are you going to flash? Don't think you are you? Yeah. Nope, didn't do anything. So that's not going to work. Okay, so when I did the thing that did the moss farm, So. Oh, wrong way. I want it to keep going down for the moment. Then that way. And that way, maybe. But I doubt it. You need to be on. Oh well, never mind. It's time to quit for today because it's not working and I'm going to need to play and see if I can figure out how to get it to work. Because, yeah. Okay, so let's see who's streaming and who we can send a raid to. And I do appreciate all your guys' patience with hanging around while I have been trying to figure out redstone and a witch farm, which I am not good at. I can see Kaz's streaming, so we'll send a raid Kaz's way. Won't be a second, I just need to grab her name out of the list. And Kaza is streaming from Titancraft. And for those who don't know Titancraft, but I should think most of you may do, that's Tango Tech's Patreon server. Okay, so let's just double check. Yeah, because Kaza's doing Minecraft, Irma's doing Dead by Daylight, DS9 is doing Phasmo. So we'll stick with Minecraft and send the raid Kaza's way. Thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll be streaming again on Monday evening. And maybe on Wednesday we will do a different game, but Minecraft will always be Monday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so I'll see you all later. Have a great weekend.